All right, Shalom. First off, I want to start off by saying all praises, honor, and glory is due unto Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Akarkadash. That's all praises to the world-class God, whose true name in Hebrew is Yahweh, by Hashem meaning in the name, and Yahushai being the name of the only begotten Son. I also want to say double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and mercy to the hopeful elect, preaching His word in truth and sincerity. I'm the brother Tazabah in the Great Millstone, Arizona camp. Lord will, with another video to edify. And I wanted to touch on this new world order, right? Because that's what's being talked about, right? Esau is getting ready to use his power through the media, right? Through policy and law to get this thing going. And it doesn't spell out a happy ending for the normal person, man. Right? There's already been a consolidation of wealth. And the next age is not doing good for those that are already poor. Right? So I'm gonna play some of this video the Elder in Vegas uploaded, and go into a little shot of this article from the Olympics and get into some scriptures.
I have to say, when I mention our names like Mrs. Merkel, even Vladimir Putin and so on, they all have been young global leaders of the World Economic Forum. But what we are very proud of now is the young generation, like Prime Minister Trudeau, President of Argentina and so on, that we penetrate the cabinets. So yesterday I was at a reception for Prime Minister Trudeau, and I know that half of this cabinet, or even more, half of this cabinet, are actually young global leaders of the World Economic Forum.
And half of the cabinet is already down. Right? And when I go on in this video, you're going to see a little more, but I want to grab a precept. This is Isaiah 29 and 15. It says, "Woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel from Yahweh, and their works are in the dark. And they say, who seeth us, or who knoweth us?" And this is what these devils are doing. Right? If you're saying these people are down for the next agenda, why don't you just put the names out there? Right? Why don't you let us know? These are things that need to be discussed, right? If it's such a good idea, right? Let me get this other one. And the reason why people have a problem with this whole agenda and they have to keep these things under wraps is because it's not good for the normal person. You think Klaus Schwab is going to go from buying $3,000 suits, $4,000 suits, to wearing Hanes t-shirts and eating the same thing you people eat? You think the rich elite in the world are going to sit here and debase themselves for the greater good of mankind? This is Psalm 64. And sorry too, it says, "Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity." Right? And these are secret counsels they're having. And you don't know how deep these things go. The scriptures tell you both the inward thought and the heart is deep of these devils, man. It says, "Who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. And suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not." And this is what they do through their policies, right? Through their agendas. Because at the end of the day, who are the ones they'll sit here and label as the biggest drains and dregs of society? You Israelites, right? And they're at some point, they're gonna say, you know what? We're not gonna waste resources on you anymore. This is why in every movie, every plot for every villain, every plot for every tech hero, they're always talking about finite aspects of resources within the world, but the Lord said his ways are beyond searching out. There's not a finite amount of resources in the world. It's just that you devils have hoarded everything up. And you give everybody just enough so that they can go out and get you more. Right? It says, verse 5, it says, they encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them? And this is exactly what these devils are doing, man. Why do you think he said there's at least half of Trudeau's cabinet, the Prime Minister of Canada, or more, that are cool with the whole New World, you'll have nothing, World Economic Forum. Why do you think there's more than half that are down for it? And when you look in all these governments, there's way more than half that's ready. It's just that they got to move these things incrementally, right?
So yesterday I was at a reception for Prime Minister Trudeau, and I know that half of this cabinet, or even more half of this cabinet, are for our actually young noble leaders of the World Economic Forum.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I listened to my colleague's speech. I had a constituent that wanted me to ask a question about outside interference to our democracy. Klaus Schwab is the head of the World Economic Forum, and he bragged how his subversive WEF, World Economic Forum, has, quoted, infiltrated governments around the world. He said that his organization had penetrated more than half of Canada's cabinet. And I was wondering, in the interest of transparency, could the member please name which cabinet ministers are on board with the WEF's agenda? My concern is the deputy.
Order. I know that the member was in a really good question there, but the audio is really bad and the video is really bad as well. And I
claim through clear as fuck to me. These devils are tricky, bro.
And I apologize. I don't know if the member. Okay, let's.
Let me get this, man. This is Isaiah 32:7. It says, their instruments also the churl, right? And we go into these words, man. Show that we got some scholarship, Isaiah 32. And 7, it says the instruments also the churl are evil. Hey, when you go to that word churl, it means what? Scoundrel, knave. In a sense of withholding, niggardly, churl. And this is what they are, man. They're niggardly. They're stingy as hell. So what do? They promote a whole world order to where they restrict how much the everyday person can get. And they're going to hoard all existence to themselves. So it says the instruments of the churl, the stingy, the niggardly, right, are evil. He deviseth wicked devices, right? Let's go to that word devices. It says to advise, counsel, give counsel, purpose, devise, plan. These are wicked plans, right? To consult together, exchange counsel, deliberate counsel together, to conspire, right? So these devils have a wicked conspiracy. He deviseth wicked devices to destroy the poor with lying words, and this is exactly what he's doing. Right? And I know the elders and apostles have gone into these gowns that they wear, right? for those people in their parliament, and it all goes back to witchcraft and warlocks. It says he devised wicked devices to destroy the poor with lying words, even when the needy speaketh the right. Right? And that dude was speaking right. He wanted to get some basic answers, and he brought out the information. And this dude said, I'm going to hear you. The audio is bad. Let's move on.
Let's try again. The honorable member for Timmins James Bay.
Mr. Speaker, that member is promoting open disinformation. That's not debate. We have to call out disinformation.
We're getting into debate again.
Right. So this is a World Economic Forum. You'll own nothing, you'll be happy. This is how our world could change by 2030. And really, these devils are going to come faster than that, right? Prophecies are coming to pass for a reason, because these things are speeding up. You go into the scriptures, what does it say? It says, get this. Book of Revelation. Revelation 12:12, it says, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe unto the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil has come down unto you, right? The deceiver, right? The accuser has come down to you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. So these devil's plans are cooking up. They're putting out more and more imagery, right? More and more stuff on the MOTB, right? The charagma is coming out. They can't stop this. They can't. They see the prophets are rising up. They see the things that the scriptures are speaking of. The Russia making moves, and they're getting terrified. Esau getting called out left and right. Their hypocrisy is being shown. Nobody believes in them. The credibility within the world has gone down. Nobody believes in their science anymore. Right? It says, and when the dragon saw that he was cast unto the earth, he persecuted the woman which brought forth a man-child. Going to that woman is talking about Israel in general. And this is what we're coming to. These devils are about to start persecuting. Right? If you don't get down with their system, like it says in Revelation the 13th chapter, that's it. Right? Go on nothing and you'll be happy. Whatever you want, you'll rent, and it'll be delivered by drone. The U.S. won't be the world's leading superpower, and a handful of countries will dominate, right? And this is that beast system, right? You get it. Revelation 13 and 14. It says, and he deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image, which that image goes back to the system, right? Let me see what that word is for image in Revelation 13. Because what is an image consultant for, right? When you think about an image consultant, their job is to sit here and portray you to the world in the means that you want to be portrayed. It says image, figure, likeness. Use the moral likeness of renewed men to the Most High, the image of the Son, in which the true Christians are transformed, and likeness not only to the heavenly body, right? But the heavenly body is what? Completely in order. There's a government that comes with the heavenly body, but also to the most holy and blessed state of mind, which a Mashiach possesses, the image of one in whom the likeness of anyone is seen in, right? Because everybody's going to have a cookie cutter lifestyle. They're going to make everybody the same. They want to make everybody the same. There's no difference until you get to the very top. Watch that show, Altered Carbon. Everybody else had a cookie cutter lifestyle. There's nobody richer or poor. Everybody was on the bottom. But then you have the upper elite, and those are the only ones that had differentiating wealth. They got to live different. It says applied to man on account of his power of command, right? We go to the. It says a likeness, statue, profile, or figuratively representation, resemblance, right? We go to the etymology real quick. It says piece of statuary. It says image, likeness, figure, drawing, portrait, reflection, statue, copy, emission, picture, phantom, ghost, apparition, figuratively, idea, appearance, right? This is going to be a new way of living. That's what that idea is, man. And this is that image that's being built. It says you won't die waiting for any organ transplants. We won't transplant organs, we'll print new ones instead. You'll eat much less meat because they're gonna do away with that sacrifice. That's part of it as well, man. They're gonna fully do away with the sacrifice to the Most High. But the scriptures tell you that remission of sin came through blood. They're gonna do away with that. An occasional treat, not a staple, for the good of the environment and our health. 1 billion people will be displaced by climate change, right? So they're and when those people are displaced, what are they going to do? They're going to shovel them into those cities to where they have the complete rule. They're going to sit here and cut off resources, so you have to migrate. We'll have to do a better job at welcoming and integrating refugees. And when you watch that, there's another movie called Fahrenheit 451 with Michael B. Jordan in it. When the Edomite devil was sitting there talking to him about it, he was telling him a little bit about the history and everything. He's saying, hey, it offended the blacks, so we got rid of the statues and the books. Right? He was just saying, hey, man, I gave you niggas a favor. Right? But this new world order, this devil's pushing it out. Now, I'm going to grab this and peep what they did at the closing of the Winter Olympics. A fireworks show that stated one world. Right, and that whole 6-pointed star right there. Going into the pentagram. Your whole world order under Satan. Right? That's what they're going to push forward. And this is what's being prepared. This is what's being prepped. You can't do anything about it. This is why you're going to need the Heavenly Father. There's a real reason why brothers tell each other, keep praying, man. Pray for one another. Because what this devil's planning to do is it's going to be real. And they're going to use legislation to get all this shit done. This is Daniel 8:24. And it says, and his power shall be mighty, but not by his own power. Right? And this devil's given the leeway because it says, let me get this real quick. It says, this is 2 Thessalonians 2:7. It says, for the mystery of iniquity that already work. And this is a mystery. They don't know who's bringing this. The normal everyday person has been fooled by, this pale devil, right? By the red horse to believe that he's good for everybody and he's just a non-threatening figure. But really, this devil has been working on this iniquity for years. And then in the time of the Romans, he was already on the scene fucking shit up. Right? It says, for the mystery of iniquity that already worked, only he who now letteth will let. And who's the one who lets? Yahweh Shai had to cut Pontius Pilate. He said, let me get it, man. This is let me find this real quick. All right, this is John 19 and 10. It says, then said Pilate unto him, speakest thou not unto me? Knowest thou not that I have power to crucify thee, and have power to release thee? Yahweh Shai answered, thou couldst have no power at all against me, except it were given thee from above. Therefore he that delivered me unto thee had the greater sin. So Lord was telling him right there, the only one that you got to worry about letting is the Heavenly Father. He's the one who will now let, right? Now, let me finish that 2 Thessalonians. 2 Thessalonians 2:7, it says, for the mystery of iniquity that already worked, only he who now let it will let until he be taken out of the way. And the Lord is about to take this devil out of the way. But he's being allowed to do these things because it's with the plans of the Heavenly Father. Right? This devil's making moves, man. He's making moves. And for you men that ain't taking it serious, you're sitting there getting proud out of nowhere, getting, your head beefed up with all type of titles and, cares of this world. You need to cut that shit out, bro, because it's not looking good for you. Right? So when he comes, will he find faith on the earth? A lot of you are not working on faith. A lot of these camps are working on titles and rap videos. Right? How to get hoes in different areas goes. But you're not working on your faith. You're not working on being a better servant, being a better brother. You're working on, how to live good. Right? But Lord willing, this is edifying. I'm gonna say call Allah. Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai by Hashem Rakakadash. You know what? I had a little more. I'm gonna read the verse Daniel's 8:24 again. It says, and his power shall be mighty, but not by his own power. And he shall destroy wonderfully, and shall prosper in practice, and shall destroy the mighty and holy people. Right? This is his plan. It says, and through his policy also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand, and he shall magnify himself against the Most High. So through his laws, he's going to be able to sit here and make this stuff, these deceptive ass plans prosper. And he's on the way to do it, man. He's on the way to do it. But at the same time, when the left hand moves, know that the right hand follows, and it's got way more power, right? Going into the Most High, man, you devils are being allowed to do these things in a wicked fashion, but hey, that power you got came from the Lord. He's the one in control, though you don't believe it. It says, and he shall magnify himself in his heart, and by peace, right? That's what the whole World Economic Forum is speaking of, peace. Everybody gets a piece of the pie. Nobody's left out. Shall destroy many. He shall also stand up to fight against the prince of princes, but shall be broken without hand. And that's what the Lord is going to prepare. The breaking of you devils without hand. It's not going to take anything. Yahweh Shai said he's going to come on the scene, and he's not going to even lift up sword nor shield. He's going to destroy you with a blast of fire. Right? So Lord willing, this is edifying. I'm going to say, call Allah, Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakakadash. Shalom.